Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is August 4th, 2021. So there's a couple of stories that I haven't covered that people are asking me to make a video about. So I'm going to try to get them all in this video. I want to talk about the death of Michael J. White's son, who died at the age of 38 from coronavirus. Also want to cover Simone Biles' aunt, who supposedly just unexpectedly passed away during the Olympics. And I also want to talk about her brother, who was charged with a triple murder back in 2019, and how all this stuff is all connected. It has everything to do with these Olympics. Also today, Kemba Walker joined the New York Knicks. They teamed them up with number 30 and number 9. Talk about Kemba Walker and his 39 rituals during his career. And I also want to talk about the Versuz battle. People asking me what I think about it. And there was something very interesting I saw about this. I'm just going to give you guys what I think, especially because ESPN decided to post this on their Instagram page. Jadakiss has 62 points. Jadakiss, the 46-year-old rapper, supposedly had 62 points in the performance yesterday. He stole the show at the Versuz battle. So let's start with Michael J. White, and then we'll talk about Jadakiss, because Jadakiss and the Lox, they was in that song 24 Hours to Live that came out in 1997, and we already saw 2 rappers from that song pass away. Black Rob, DMX, they both died 24 years after the release of that song. The song is called 24 Hours to Live. And, there's the other people in that song is the Lox, Mace. So we're going to look at that and see if anybody else is going to die 24 years after that song, because they already took out 2 of those rappers. But let's start off with Michael J. White. He recently had an interview on Vlad TV. He spoke about how his son passed away at the age of 38. That number that we always talk about here. The word death, killing, R.I.P., the word murder, they all equate to 38. They're saying that his son died from COVID-19. Look how easy this stuff is, guys. Look. You guys are asking me to decode this stuff. I mean, look how easy it is. Look. Just go on the calculator on gemachonator.com and just type in COVID-19. And you're going to notice that it equates to 38. That's why his son is dead at 38. And you know what else is 38? Pandemic. Pandemic is 38. And 38 is a faithful number because words like death, right? 38, murder is 38. Killing is 38 in the most pure cipher. R.I.P., which is short for rest in peace, is 38. Even words like decay is 38. Decay is actually perfect with death. It dies, it decays, right? So this is another ritual sacrifice. Sacrificing his son at the age of 38. We talk about this number every single day. It says here that over the weekend, actor and director and martial artist Michael J. White confirmed his eldest son had died of COVID-19 at the age of 38. In an interview with Vlad TV, the 53-year-old actor revealed that his son, who was a father of 6, died a few months ago. Think about it. He died a few months ago, but they waited all the way to now to report it. This is his ritual. And he had an interview on Vlad TV. Look what day they uploaded this interview, on August 1st. August 1st. The word ritual is 81. August 1st is written 81. And look, he had it on Vlad TV. Vlad TV is 81/18/81, like the date August 1st. I'm surprised Vlad TV is not also 38. The stuff is all by the numbers. I mean, ask yourself, why did he waste the report that his son passed away? I mean, he had this smile on his face. I mean, your son just died. You shouldn't be smiling. Nothing to smile about. I'll be depressed for years if one of my children pass away. I don't care if they're 38 or they're 83. A son is a son. But when you're sacrificing them, yeah, of course you're going to have a smile on your face because now you know it's going to be a lot of successful things happening in your career now. These people are sick, you know. So, there you go. I want to see what day that he actually died because I forgot. I didn't fully recover decode this story. I mean, once I've read the headline that his son was 38, I'm like, do I really gotta make a video about this? Do I really gotta make a video about this guy's dying at 38? I'm just fed up of covering stories with the number 38. Yeah, for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna. Oh, actually. I'll make a blog post later. I'll find what day he actually passed away. It's gonna take me a while, so for the sake of the video, I'm not gonna do that while I'm live. So, but the point is, you know, COVID-19 is 38, pandemic is 38, and his son is dead at 38. Like all the other celebrities that we covered in the past who died in connection to the number 38. The movie cover, Murder by Numbers, they code the number 3 and 8 right in the cover of that movie. You want to ask more people about 38, you know, ask people like Kobe Bryant, who died 38 weeks after his girlfriend's birthday, or his wife, who was born the 126th day of the year. And he died exactly 38 weeks after her birthday. People like Biggie Smalls, who died on the day with 38 numerology. People like Tupac, who died on the day with 38 numerology. Rappers like Pop Smoke, whose name is 38. You want to know more about 38, you know, just watch those videos that I've made. Cover that story, the story over and over again. People dying in connection to that number. So let's talk about Simone Biles. Her aunt just supposedly passed away. She was born the 73rd day of the year. I remember covering her brother's story. Let's talk about her brother first, and then we'll get into the aunt. Back on August 30th, 2019, her brother was arrested. Supposedly he committed a triple murder back in 2018, and they waited all the way on. It says here that Simone Biles' brother arrested in Ohio, triple murder. And I remember this like it was yesterday because this was one of my first stories that I covered in my other channel. Again, she was born the 73rd day of the year, right? Her brother committed the murder on New Year's Eve back in 2018, which was 73 days before her birthday. And then they waited until August 30th, which was 170 days after her birthday, to arrest him. The police did. And, of course, sacrifices 73 and 170. So he commits this triple murder 73 days before her birthday, and he gets arrested 170 days later. The gematria of sacrifice. And now her aunt is dead 140 days after her birthday while she's performing gymnastics at the Olympics. And gymnastics is 140. And then, you know, they waited until the 213th day of the year because the word death is 213. And, of course, Ritual is 81 forwards and backwards. She died on August 1st. It's the same thing, man. August 1st was a big day for celebrity deaths. The 213th day of the year. We had a lot of drive-by shootings with rappers that day. I covered the rapper A Day 600 on that day. Look, August 1st. He was killed in a drive-by shooting. Death is 213. The term drive-by shooting is also 213. One of the reasons Tupac Shakur died 213 days after the release of his album, All Eyes on Me, which came out on February 13th. I don't know if you guys remember the rapper YMW Melly. He supposedly got arrested for killing his two friends on February 13th. And the name of his group is Young Nigga World. And Young Nigga World is 213. He killed his friend 84 days after the music video Murder on My Mind came out on August 3rd. Go look up. I'll do it here. So, not sure if you guys are familiar with the rapper YMW Melly, but he had a song called Murder on My Mind. Came out on August 3rd on 8/3 or 3/8. Came out 3 years ago. And, which was what, 2018? From the release of the video to the day that his friends were murdered, it's a span of 84 days. And Young Nigga World is 84. And he gets arrested on 2/13, February 13th of the following year. They love that number, 2/13. A lot of ritual killings around that number. And this is because of this. Okay, so that's Simone Biles. Her aunt just supposedly dies. Her brother just gets charged 73 days after her birthday and 170 days. Well, commits a murder 73 days before her birthday and then gets charged 170 days later. Coincidentally. And like today, Kemba Walker signs with the Knicks. I don't know how many times I'm going to talk about New York in 39. I actually just recently did a video on this. How the Yankees had a big 39 ritual. Let me show you. The New York Yankees, they gave the Boston Red Sox their 39th loss of the season and also became 3-9 versus the Red Sox for the season. Notice here, the New York Yankees have a record of 3-9 versus the Red Sox. And they also gave the Red Sox their 39th loss of the season. Notice down here, Red Sox have 39 losses by losing to the Yankees that day. They was down the whole game. They rallied in the 8th. I don't even think that's a coincidence because when you write out 8th as a word, that's something to 39 as well. But the thing is 39 is that 39 is a New York number. Everything that has to do with New York equals not 39 for the most part. Notice New York is 39. The initials NY is 39. NYC. The way you write New York on an envelope, that equals 39. The word Empire, MSG, which is short for Madison Square Garden. And even the manager of the Yankees was born on March 9th, on 3-9. And now they have Kemba Walker teaming up with number 30 and number 9 on the Knicks. And notice what Kemba Walker named Samsu in Gematria. His name is 39, right? This was, I think, like 2 years ago already. On November 22nd, 2019, Kemba Walker suffered a neck injury versus the Denver Nuggets. This was November 22nd, 2019. Notice the headline. It says, Celtics Kemba Walker has concussion-like symptoms. This was on November 22nd, 2019. Right before halftime, he collided with one of the Denver Nuggets players, and they took him out the game, and he didn't return. They labeled him as ineligible because he had concussion-like symptoms, right? The thing with November 22nd is, let me show you what November 22nd is. You see, November 22nd is the day leaving 39 days left in the year. Notice here, 39 days remaining until the end of the year. And Mr. Kemba Walker, the guy who named Sums to 39, gets injured on the day leaving 39 days in the year, right? He missed around, I think, only one game. And came back versus the Brooklyn Nets and scored 39 points against them. There's been a lot of rituals with Kemba Walker in 39. And today's signing with the Knicks is another one. This is November 22nd. This is 5 days after his fake injury. Kemba Walker scores 39 points. Celtics beat Nets. Kemba Walker returned from a neck injury to score a season high after a concussion. Season high 39 points to the delight of the crowd that came to taunt the person he replaced. He has a season high after a concussion. He has 39 points. Why? Because his name is 39. And him joining number 30 and number 9 is no coincidence. Again, that's the New York number. One of the reasons the Yankees this season became 3-9 versus the Boston Red Sox and gave them their 39th loss. Look, all 39. New York number. Madison, 39. So, that's why Kemba's going to the New York Knicks. It's not because he chose to go there. A lot of you think that these people have choices. They don't. Like Carmelo Anthony, who just went to the Lakers 66 days after his birthday to join LeBron. He joined LeBron 66 days after his birthday. Look, Carmelo Anthony's last birthday was May 29th or May 27th. I'm going to verify that. And yesterday, Actually, yeah, it is May 29th because it was 66 days after his birthday. So Carmelo Anthony was born on May 29th. And from his last birthday to yesterday's news that he got traded to the Lakers, it's a span of 66 days. And keep in mind, he's 37 years old. Like how Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers 37 weeks after his birthday. Look, LeBron is 66. Lakers is 66. Even LeBron James equals 66. His full name is 66 in a different cipher. $66. So 66 days after Carmelo Anthony's birthday, he goes and joins LeBron James in the Lakers. And he's 37 years old. So Los Angeles is 37 and Lakers is 66. He becomes a Los Angeles Laker 66 days after his 37th birthday. Like how Russell Westbrook went to the Lakers 37 weeks after his birthday, and he came from the Wizards. Wizards is 37. Where did Carmelo come from? Played last season with the Portland Trailblazers. Portland is 37. At the age of 37, he goes to Los Angeles. These players do not make any decisions. Everything is told them. Everything is told to them to what to do. You think Kemba really wanted to leave the situation in Boston? He had a great situation out there. He had great players around him. He had a young Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. I mean, that group, if the NBA wasn't rigged, that group could have did something. But the NBA is rigged. And this is why think about the Thunder. Why would the Thunder buy him out? This is a superstar point guard. Why would the Thunder not want this guy? Why would the Thunder trade away Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook? 3 franchise players. Why would they just trade them away? A lot of you are going to say because of the contracts. And, they wanted too much money. Yeah, like how Steph Curry, he wanted $215 million on the 215th day of the year, right? God, people, man, I hate having debates with people who think they know about basketball. But this is the story I really want to talk about. So yesterday they had a versus battle, and the thing about these versus battles, a lot of you think that these versus battles are just random. These dates are chosen very carefully. When DMX battled Snoop Dogg, he battled Snoop Dogg on July 22nd on 22/7. And that date is written 22/7, like 227. 227 is the 49th prime number. Let me show you. Look, 227 is the 49th prime number. And he was battling Snoop Dogg on that day. Snoop Dogg equals 49. Those of you familiar with DMX, Dogman X is also 49. Those of you familiar with DMX, he died this year. And he passed away on April 9th on 4/9. While Snoop Dogg is 49 years old right now. And look, Dark Man X, which is what DMX stands for. Dark Man X is also 49. And he died on April 9th on 4/9. So this versus battle, they had DMX's death coded in this battle. Because even the date that they chose for this battle was synced up with DMX's upcoming death. Because he died on 4/9, and the versus battle was on 22/7, which is like 227, the 49 prime. He was battling, and these two rappers, they both have the 49 connection. Dogman X is 49, Snoop Dogg is 49, and at the time of DMX's death, Snoop Dogg was 49 years old, right? So they clearly code people's deaths in these versus battles. So this is why yesterday I found it really strange. I actually made a video a couple of weeks before the battle that this specific battle is happening on August 3rd on 8-3 and 3-8 because those are faithful numbers, 83 and 38, especially when it comes to rappers because the term rappers 38, again, death, killing, murder, RIP, they all equal 38. Notice rappers also 74. The name Jadakiss is 74. And yesterday he stole the show. Yesterday he was like the most talked about performer. And then ESPN puts out this Instagram post, which is clearly the stats of Carmelo Anthony when he had 62 points back in 2014. But I just find it very curious because right now, Jadakiss is 46 years of age. And, they like to code the number 46 with the number 62 because Sacrifice is 46 and 62. And I don't think ESPN is posting this for no reason. I mean, ESPN is a very satanic company. And these numbers have meaning. The word rap is 35. So I don't know what this means. Maybe, I hope not. I hope this doesn't mean that something's going to happen to Jadakiss. I'm not making any predictions at all. Anybody saying that I'm wishing death on anybody, I'm not. I'm just pointing out a pattern that I see frequently with these numbers. A lot of times these networks, these companies, they put out the truth right in front of people's face because they know people don't even understand what these numbers mean. Like having DMX and Snoop Dogg battle on 22/7. A lot of people didn't know what that meant until DMX actually passed away on 4/9. So I'm just keeping an eye out on Jadakiss. His name has a lot of those same numbers that we talk about all the time, like 74. Those are the Jesus Christ numbers. Jesus 74, Jesus Christ 74, gematria killing. A lot of things equal 74. That's a very important number to this practice. And his name in the alphabetic order is 74, like rapper. And they had this battle on 3/8. So, while the guy's 46 years old. So, just keep an eye out on him. So, so that's all I want to talk about. But yeah, look at all the words that equal 74. I mean, so many rappers died connected to the number 74, like Tupac. The name Machiavelli is 74. The name, I'm not sure if it's Nipsey or Hustle, but one of those two names equals 74. I think it might be Hustle. Or maybe it's Nipsey. The name Nipsey is 74 as well. A lot of rappers who die prematurely have the 74 coded into their name. Look, Notorious B.I.G. Is it? Yeah, it's in a single reduction. Notorious B.I.G. equals 74. And remember I was talking about 39 in New York? Look, what day did Biggie Smalls die? On 3/9? The New York rapper? Look, Biggie, date of death. He died on Aaron Boone's birthday. The New York manager. Look, the biggest rapper from New York died on 3/9. You guys think this 39 thing with New York is a coincidence? It's not. So let's see. And you know what else about this game? The biggest, the day that shout out to Trey Hobbs for pointing this out. The day that Carmelo Anthony scored 62 points at the Garden, nobody has scored over 61. Kobe Bryant had that record. He scored the most points at the Garden by having 61 points. And on this day, on January 24th, 2014, Carmelo Anthony surpassed Kobe Bryant's record by scoring 62. Carmelo actually did it 126 days before his birthday. And of course, that's a big number with Kobe Bryant. And he also did it 6 years and 2 days before the death of Kobe Bryant. He did it on January 24th, 2014. And then 6 years and 2 days later, Kobe Bryant dies on 126. I don't know how people could see that stuff and call it a coincidence. So none of this stuff is a coincidence. In my last video, I got a lot of people saying that that I'm some type of religious weirdo, or I don't know. People write all type of stuff. I don't have a religion, man. This has nothing to do with religion. This is math. What I'm teaching here is mathematics. 2 + 2 is not a religion. It equals 4. If I say this person died 140 days after this person's birthday, how is that a religion? How is that a belief? That is a fact. You can verify this on your own. I don't get it. But I'll leave it there. Let me check in with the chat, see if you guys want to point out anything that I missed. And you know what else? Just something else about this battle. You know, Jadakiss, he kept doing these Jesus poses during the battle. If you watch it, oh my gosh, I hope nothing happens to this guy. This guy's a great talent. But look, Jesus, 74 and 61. 74 and 61. Like, look, Jadakiss, 74 and 61. He was born Jason Phillips, 74 and 61 like Jesus. And his name is also 191 like Society of Jesus. So, doing a lot of Jesus poses at this battle. Has a shirt that says Godspeed. The guy who's supposed to be at 62 points, the 46-year-old, had 62 points yesterday. Yeah, they do come by. Let me see. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Another 39. So they got Mr. Cardiac. You guys think it's a coincidence that his nickname is Cardiac Kemba and the name Cardiac is 39? Well, I appreciate everybody who joined us. Somebody said that the Versuz video that they saw was 2 minutes and 1 second long, like the judge's read order, like 201. Crazy. But hopefully nothing happens to Jadakiss and all the stuff can just be coincidental. I really sometimes hope that all this stuff could be coincidental, but I'm always disappointed when I see the reality. But enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, everybody, and I'll see you next time.